Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to our You'll Never Walk Alone WhatsApp group and YouTube channel. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for all watching of all the videos, comments, and likes. It's been greatly appreciated to support the channel. Okay, week 4, game week 4, home game in Anfield against Aston Villa. It ended up Liverpool 3, Aston Villa 0. Before I get into the game, I'm just going to give my thoughts on the transfer window and the Mo Salah shit. So, the transfers, Szoboszlai, McAllister, amazing signings, 10 out of 10. Endo was a decent signing, good squad player, but, you know, that's about it. And then Ryan Gravenberch from Bayern Munich on transfer window line day was great. I haven't watched him play that much. I remember him at Ajax a little bit, and he was a useful player, but Klopp wants him, so that's good enough for me. So, other than that, we'll get on to the Salah thing. Loads of people, like, first of all, listen to the likes of Jamie Redknapp and Paul Merson, who was washed up as a player, you know, listen to a drug addict and an alcoholic and a gambling addict about football finance is hilarious to me. First of all, are we a football club or a fucking bank? We don't need 150 million last day of the window. For what? We've spent 278 million in 10 years. Manchester United and Manchester City have spent over $1 billion. Why don't we look at the fucking owners instead of worrying about having to sell our best players? We did all that. We sold Torres. We sold Suarez. We sold Coutinho. And we sold the Coutinho money, yeah, well, we got this and we got that. Do you think that's a fucking magic trick that just keeps happening every time? The game has changed. Football transfer, 150 million would barely buy you one to two decent players back. And their potential. If you don't buy young players, the fucking Saudis are going to hoover them up. So, you're left with potential, and they might fucking flop. And you could be fucking worse off. The 200 million for Salah will be there in January. It'll be there in the summer, and to be honest, I tell them to fuck off, because if we want to show any ambition, I think we need to start by keeping our best players. If we're not going to spend huge money in the transfer window like all the other clubs, and I'm not talking about like, you know, the Real Madrids of this world. We're talking about Bournemouth spend more than us, Tottenham spend more than us. These are shit clubs. No disrespect to Tottenham. I have a soft spot since Ange Postecoglou went there. But you know what I mean? What are we as a football club and as a fan base saying, yeah, we should probably sell him and replace him? With who? With fucking who? A young kid. Because if we sign anyone over 28, 29 that's already established as a decent player, Saudi are going to come back and get him. So you're going to have to sign someone 21, 22... And unless we're replacing with Mbappe, fuck off. That's my response to it anyway. I don't think we should let the owners off that easy. I'm all FSG out. I've seen enough of their shit. They can't even open the fucking stand on time. We've spent less than 100 million net, and the only reason why we got 4 players in is because we let 2 leave, and we got money for them. So the window would have been a lot worse. We would have ended up with Fabi, Hendo, McAllister, and Szoboszlai, and that would have been it. Make no mistake about it, we would have only signed 2 players. That was our rebuild. So we let 8 players go, we got 4 players in. Just remember that. These owners don't deserve 200 million for Salah. Any other owners who spend money, like, here's the other thing, you don't see them sniffing around Haaland. He's won the Champions League, he's won the league title. No, because they just know Manchester City wouldn't be interested in that shit. They just tell him to fuck off, no matter how much they want to spend on him. Go and offer 300-400 million for Haaland if money's no problem. They went 280 million for Mbappe, and he told them to go fuck themselves. Be a club with a little bit of fucking pedigree, for fuck's sake. We are the most successful club in England for a reason. Alright, to the game. Szoboszlai, amazing goal, right? Straight off the bat, amazing goal. Darren Núñez was unlucky to hit the post, but it went in off Matty Cash, so that made it 2-0. And then Núñez flicked it on, and Salah tapped it in on the line, really. He couldn't miss for the 3-0. But to lose Salah is ridiculous. And to be honest, I don't understand anyone who wants it to happen. I think it's a fucking stupid move. You're codependent on bullshit owners. Call the owners out. Where's the fucking money, John? Spend the money. Stop looking to sell the best player we've had in a generation since Gerrard to raise capital to go and replace players on the team. Plus, the fact is, who are we going to replace him with? Oh, you can move Slabasai over, we've got Jota. The same Jota who couldn't hit a barn door yesterday. No thanks. Let's keep Salah. Let's talk about it next year, at the next window. And in January, say to the Saudis, if Salah really wants to put his foot down and wants to go in January, say to Mo, right, here's what we're going to do. We'll do a deal with them. You get a pre-agreement done with a 200 million fee, and you say to them, not a word to the media, and let us get a replacement in first, and we'll sell him at the end of the window. Done. He's gone at the end of January. We've only got February and a few months. We've got a replacement in, and it's a minimal fucking impact. I just don't understand fans who are calling to grab the money. For what? Are we a football club with ambition, or are we a fucking bank? Anyway, it was an easy game. We played really, really well. Szoboszlai and McAllister have made such a fucking difference to this team. It's outrageous. The difference between having a solid midfield and a weak midfield means that the likes of Matip and Gomez didn't get exposed. Trent had one of them Trent games where he just turned into Paolo Maldini and Andrea Pirlo at the same time and just started. You just know when Trent's on it, all types of magical shit starts happening. He has them games. The consistency in defending is his problem, and getting caught out of position. But that wasn't happening. Aston Villa were poor, if I'm being honest. I was quite shocked at how poor they were. I was a bit worried about that game, but after the first 30 minutes, I realised they're not going to do much today. Alisson, I think, made one decent save the whole match. And that was it. So, there you go. That was my opinions on it. I'm going to do a player ratings. But yeah, I feel very strongly about keeping Mo Salah because I see all these fucking idiots in punditry giving their opinions, like Paul Merson and Jamie Carragher. Like, Carragher's a club legend, and Robbie Fowler over in, because he's being paid by the Saudis to manage over there, I can see Mo going to being in Saudi and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? Footballers aren't known for their fucking intelligence. They could kick a ball and got well paid for it. Let's just leave it at that before it gets nasty. Don't get involved in business matters. You haven't a clue. All right, that's it. I'll do a player ratings next, and yeah, rant over. All right, thanks for watching. Okay, player ratings time. For Liverpool versus Aston Villa at Anfield, fourth league game, and we start and go with the mighty Alisson Becker. Ali's getting an 8. He didn't have that much to do, but the things he did do, he did very well. And I just think he deserves all the plaudits because, you know, where would we be without him? That's the question. Trent's getting an 8. As I said in my review, when Trent's on it, he can just be the most majestic footballer in the Premier League. It's just the defensive side of the problems we've got. But when he's on it like that, and you know when he's on it, he's just a magical footballer to watch. Joe Gomez getting a 7. So was Matip. I thought they were decent. Going to give Robbo a 7. It was probably our best defensive display so far this season. No Virgil and no Kanate, and we didn't concede a goal against a decent Aston Villa side, let's be real, who didn't perform, I don't think, at all, the way they probably can. I don't watch Aston Villa, so I don't know, but yeah. In midfield, Szoboszlai is getting a 10. This player has just come in, and I hate comparing anyone to previous players because, like, unfortunately I'm old enough to remember Kenny Dalglish playing, but Steven fucking Gerrard vibes. That's what I'm getting off Szoboszlai. Like Steven Gerrard vibes, big time. Just the engine on him, and the touch, and the control, and the tackling, and the fucking scoring of goals, and yeah, just the whole package. What a player. McAllister is getting an 8. And I'll tell you why. Because he's doing a role that he's not suited for. He's doing the 6 role because we need him to do that role and protect the back line. But that's not what he was brought for. But, you know, I think he's doing that role amazingly well, and he's creating. So I'm going to give Curtis Jones a 7. I thought he was pretty good. Up front, what did we have? We had Salah. He's getting an 8. High scoring because I thought we were really good. Nunez 7, and Luis Diaz probably a 7, and he's lucky to get that if I'm being truthful. He had a quiet enough game. The subs didn't really, like Elliot did okay when he came on, probably a 6. Who else came on? Gapco 6 and Endo 6. The kid whose name I can't pronounce, who goes in at centre back, Quasi something. He looks like a prospect, to be fair. Klopp's getting a 9. I thought he managed the game really well. I think he's really found us a player in Szoboszlai. McAllister was an easy, like we all saw McAllister last year and at the World Cup, so he was an easy pick really. You don't get any marks for getting him in. But nobody saw Szoboszlai coming, and what a player he is. And if he can perform like that all season, we're gonna have a good season. Listen, that's 15 games on the road, in a row that we haven't been beaten. It's probably the best we've played. In 18 months on that stretch, on that 15 game stretch. Before then, we were very patchy. But yeah, look, onwards and upwards. International window. Hopefully we don't lose Mo Salah in the next couple of days, but I'm pretty excited for the future of this team this season.